So this video is actually videoed on 2 separate days. One day we got to go with some of the kids and there was feeding time kind of at the aquarium. So there was a lot of, like, the turtles are getting fed, you'll be able to see that. The penguins are getting fed, you'll be able to see that. And then on the other day, I had different children who I was bringing back to the aquarium. Now everyone has been to the aquarium, except for my oldest couple of children that are 18 and older. So now everyone has been. On another day, I went back with some other children and we were able to see a seal show. So there's different things that go on at all times. So even though it's the same place, it's kind of exciting for the kids to go and experience new things. So I'm going to show you both of those things today in this video. So this video also has, if I'm going to be putting out another video on a day that we visit the aquarium and then end up using the tea, which is coming out soon. And this would be kind of the aquarium day with them as well. So if you have not been here before, welcome. I am Mom, a bear to many, and I have 15 children. That's not all 15. They are doing this morning.
Wow.
Yeah. They're having fun. So I am spending the morning with them, and then I'm going back to the NICU where I see where my 15th son is in the NICU. So yeah, let's go do that. So here is the brand new exhibit that had opened just this day, and they are featuring numerous different fish along with the coral here. And so the vibrancy of the colors of all these fish was just amazing, and he told us all about this new tank. The experience at this aquarium in the middle of the week versus during the weekend is 2 different things. It is beautiful to be able to stand and read about and just enjoy the fish rather than just trying to fight your way through traffic. So yeah, so I thought I would share it because the experience is so different being here during the week versus weekend. During the weekend, you are pretty much fighting everyone just to get this little cubby thing like this, where now you can freely read signs, you can read all about the coral, you can sit and enjoy without feeling like you are getting shoved along. Also, there's different interactive tools here that the kids can press the buttons, and yeah, it is 10 o'clock on a Friday morning, so I don't know if that makes a difference for everyone, for you guys, but if you are in the area, I highly recommend coming at a different time, because I was really not impressed by the aquarium because there was so many people and it was just so overwhelming, and you felt like you were kind of shoved through, just so you could see everything, see all the interactive type tools here. You were just kind of shoved through. We're here, I feel really like we can just enjoy the environment around us, learn about the fish, learn about the coral. So it's definitely worth it to come on a slower day. So here are some of the new tanks. Their fish were gorgeous. Just the colors were so vibrant. It was incredible. It was nice and peaceful just to sit there and look at the fish in those tanks. It was just amazing. So I'm so blessed that we had the opportunity to do that. There's also a guide above here that has all the different fish that are in there. So if the kids want to play some sort of I Spy game, that would be perfect. So basically how it's set up is there's a swirl in the center, and through that swirl has all these pockets you can see, and you just kind of walk up the swirl until you get to the top. So every few there is something like this. So you're trying to find that animal in the tank, and then you can read all about it here. It gives you the size, it gives you where it comes from. That is what is so enjoyable about this time of day and on Aquarium Day, because you're going to read about all the animals. Some of our favorite areas are just around here, around these penguins here. I don't know, they're just an interesting creature because they're so far away from us, and I always thought that penguins were like these ginormous things, but not all penguins are. So it talks about the different types of penguins that there are here. These ones are African penguins, and they also have, I forget the other name of them, you'll see it in a couple minutes. So they also have other breeds, and it's neat to see the way they interact with each other. Like they clean each other's feathers, and the way they swim almost looks like they're flying. It's really neat. So it's encouraged us to look more into like the behaviors and habitats of the penguin. I know. It's like a grumpy grandpa fish. Feeding the fish, I think. Or looking for dead fish. I'm not sure. That looks like a feeding barrel or something up there, doesn't it? See all the fish food going behind her. It's so neat that they feed them like that and don't just like drop it at the top. Yeah, there's the turtle. Stingray. Wait, where's the food? Yep, right there.
Oh, he's turning around. He's going far.
They're just so incredibly beautiful. I mean, the way they're flapping and their arms just waving are just so amazing. They told us actually that the shell on the back of the turtle is sensitive, so they actually like to be pet and scratched and stuff on the back of their shell. And we saw the inside of a shell at a later point this day, and you could see how all the ribs and stuff are inside and how they couldn't feel inside of their body. So their shell is completely different. It's not just something sitting on top of them. It's actually part of their being. So she seems to have a different type of food. She was like sprinkling it in the can. Here comes the other one on the action.
Put your food down here, buddy.
So later on when we were up top, we asked some questions and such. So these divers go in there and they clean daily. So they are scrubbing daily. See the blue barrel up there? I thought maybe that was some sort of feeding thing, but it's not a feeding thing. It's actually where they put new fish to experience their new environment. So we learned something new there. So basically they would get a fish in and they would put it into that area so it could acclimate with the water and with the pH and all that type of stuff. And they try to pick fish that will go well together.
Hello, good morning.
So they were, earlier, you could see them feeding the fish. They feed them all different types of fish. Some of the fish need things to be found and some need things to be almost fed. You could see the turtle like following behind the woman, like, what are you doing? And a lot of the fish were like following behind her, which was kind of fun to watch. So let's go upstairs.
Let's go see if the
So as we got up here, this is actually the top of the circle tank that we were just walking around in a circle, making our way up to the top, and they were actually feeding the turtles. So we started watching from this side over here as she talked, and then we ended up going over to the other side, which you'll see.
If you have any questions that you would like to ask him, we are going to be wrapping up our feeding session for the night and something shortly. If you missed my introduction earlier, this big beautiful girl here is Myrtle. She is our green sea turtle. She's the oldest sea turtle we have. We think she is between 75 and 95 years old. You can see for breakfast this morning, she's getting fed lettuce. So Myrtle is a green sea turtle, and this species of sea turtle mainly eats seagrass in the wild. But seagrass isn't something that is sustainable to harvest out of the ocean. We want to keep it there for the animals that need it. So we feed Myrtle lettuce instead. It has a very similar nutrient value. She gets about 5 pounds of it every single day. We do often her Brussels sprouts as well, and we do give her some fish and squid so she gets some protein. We do have a couple divers in the exhibit as well, getting all of the other animals fed. So if you do have a question, please raise your hand. We can come over to ask me before I wrap up in a couple minutes. Otherwise, if you have any other questions during your visit today, try to find one of us educators. We are all over the aquarium and we love answering your questions.
sea stars may appear to have 5 feet, but those are in fact arms. And though 5-armed sea stars are the most common, there are some with 20 or even 40 arms out there. I just want to touch them. I know that's really weird, but like I see these like interesting creatures and I just want to touch to see if they're soft or yeah. Look at that fish. It looks fake, doesn't it? Like a statue. What do you see?
Oh, this fish hanging onto the rock.
Oh yeah. Oh look, I didn't even see. Yeah, I know, I noticed your room. Canine-like teeth in the front of their jaws as they're crushing teeth in the roof of their mouths. So you can kind of see better up. Up at the top is where we just saw the sea turtles, and then this is a level, and there's another level down here, and then it goes down to where the penguins are down there. So now this is, so when we first walked in, we were actually walking in this circle here, and now we're on outer.
What's your name? 5 minutes. Live analyst presentation located in the aquarium group action center. On the first level of the aquarium, our spots will contain when the exhibit opening. Today we are featuring an alot. All visitors are invited to attend. Thank you.
It must be an incredible job to be like that close to different animals from the wild and to be able to feed them, and yeah, it must just be incredible. The first time I ever saw a seahorse, I was in Florida, and I remember thinking that seahorses were these massive creatures, and then I'm like, oh, that's a seahorse? But actually it's really cool. It's really cool to see how tiny and like intricate they were designed. One of the really interesting things about homeschooling and the manner that we do is we're not necessarily on a time crunch with things. So if we want to stay at a certain part of an exhibit for a long time, we can. And so we stayed here. I mean, not for a long time, but normally this exhibit right here is crowded by people, and you're not able to really like engulf yourself into this exhibit. And so we really were able to read a lot about this electric eel. And so they had a little demonstration over the end, which you'll see in a minute. But just understanding the electric eel, and when we sit there and we really read and understand, a lot of times it sparks interest to study those things further. So I think coming away from here, I ended up buying a book that day that really went into each of the sea creatures. A lot of the sea creatures that they had in this book are things that they have at this aquarium itself. So this was talking about the electricity of the eel, and then compared to the electricity of yourself. So we were trying to see how electric we were, and then talking about how maybe our electricity would be different if we weren't wearing rubber shoes and if we weren't on a cement grind. And that's kind of the beauty of just being laid back, is like maybe we went to the aquarium, maybe we, you know, in traditional sense, we studied, you know, the animals and or specific animals that we find at the aquarium and those types of things. But there's all these other things that really work together that make you think more. So electricity might be one of those things we start to study more. Sometimes when you're at an aquarium or a zoo or a museum, you're kind of just shuffled through. You don't get that time just to like spend with the animals. But one really interesting thing to do, if you can go at like a lower time when there's not a lot of people and you're not getting shuffled through, then you can sit there at an exhibit and see, like really see, because visually you might just see like in this exhibit one turtle, but there's actually numerous turtles in here. Spotted turtle. And there's also numerous other animals among there, and just to like sit and rest and really see everything that's in the exhibit. Maybe that's finding different coral. Maybe that's finding the whole scenario of the different fish. They would say that piranhas eat people, but it says they don't like to. They have been known to bite human feet, though.
Yeah, well, I remember like seeing a bunch of shows growing up or whatever, but then Bear Grylls went into the water where the piranhas were and were fishing, and I was like,
Showing his teeth. He is posing for the picture. Okay, as you can see, this is the inner circle here, and then this is like an outer square. So you can, we went up the inner circle, and now we came like around back down to the outer square, and we are going to see the seals. The jellyfish. Sea jellies, all these types of jellyfish. Freshwater jelly, upside down jelly, flower hat jelly, lagoon jelly, lion's mane.
that would hurt.
It's the bulkiest kind. Nomura's jelly, Portuguese man of water. Yeah, probably every 2-year-old's dream job to blow bubbles to the penguins. I mean, how cool is that? Yeah. Trying to touch a different one. So after we were inside of the building, we went to go outside to see the seals. So you go through these two double doors and it goes kind of adjacent to the Boston Harbor Walk. So this is actually where the ferry comes in. So like the ferry would be down there. Yeah, we got walruses, polar bear. Harbor, that's where the harbor walk goes all around the city of Boston. So as we were looking at the seals, I got a phone call from the NICU and they wanted to try to put the PICC line in as Araya. So I kind of was talking to them, got a little distracted. So the kids were watching the seals while I was talking to them. So new day, we went back to the aquarium a couple days later with some different children and we saw some really cool things. So I thought that I would add them to this video. I was just gonna have this one video as the aquarium like feeding days. But when we went back the next time, they were doing a whole seal show. And I thought that maybe you guys or your children might enjoy to see that. So I'm gonna include that into the end of the video.
So, to the scenic area in the shallow end, this big guy over here on this deck is Farley. Now, Farleys are only male here. Now, you can tell he's a male by that size. He's much larger than our ladies are. And he also has a bump on top of his head. That's called a ventral crest. And that is something that males develop as they mature.
I made it.
Now, right underneath that marine mammal center sign is Zoe. And she's saying hello in Gypsy Lion fashion. And then to her right, we have Ginger. Give you guys a big hello as well. And then for 3 of the 5 of the California sea lions that live here are other Tusina and Gila and some time in our African pool as well. Now, a lot of you often ask us, how do you tell that they're California sea lions? Well, there's a few ways that you can identify them. One of those is looking at the sides of their heads. You can see that they have external ear flaps. Now, if you look at their similar animals, such as seals that develop their front paws,
Watch out.
external ear flaps on the side of their head.
I'm gonna do it.
Where the ears are.
I'm gonna do it.
You're not pushing.
Large front
If you can't share space, you won't be allowed in it.
and that helps them to swim really fast. They can swim up to 25 miles per hour. They're actually very strong as well. They can hold their entire body on the first. And lastly, they have the ability to rotate their hindquarters up high, so you can see the zipper on the back there. You post as well. So these are a few ways that you can have these RCIs and slow pace. Now, people often ask us how we train RCIs. Well, separate training is teaching. So we train in a similar way that you may train your kids at home. We use something called positive reinforcement. So basically, we break down our behaviors into really small steps called approximations, and then we put them together with making full behavior. So here you see there is something called a hand target on the right side. That target is the first building block of a lot of the things that we train. We teach them to touch their nose with their hands whenever it moves, and then keep them moving around the shape with the fingers. Now we can also use an extension of our hand that you're seeing with Zoe on the left. That's the tool called the target tool, and that's how we train a lot of the behaviors that we teach them to touch that target. Now from there, we start to learn that new behavior with a hand signal. That hand signal becomes their language so we can ask them to those behaviors without using that target tool. And we let them know that we're doing exactly what we're asking for by using the word good or blowing our whistles. Then we pair that with a reward, so we'll start to see that behavior more and more. And getting to know each animal is really important for that, as to what they like to reward. Some of them like different types of fish, really good fish, some enjoy tactile, special toys, or even special treats like Jell-O. So we reward those in those different ways to help us know these behaviors with them. Now, the most important reason why we train our animals here is for participation in their care. Now, it's really important that they participate in their own care because they don't want to do it as we want to. So we want to be voluntarily on this aquarium. Remember, we made that really fun.
He likes that background. You're good right there.
I don't press this button. The button.
No, please don't.
Want to.
What are you doing?
She's facing all of you, you're in the audience. So it allows them to treat us as they want to be. They can do some higher behaviors.
I touched the wing.
Here comes another one.
Big horses.
Too bad you can't touch the big ones because they're too far. Oh, there's two big ones.
So guys, that's about it for the aquarium videos. I hope that you enjoyed. So I want to really encourage you, if you are a homeschooling mom, that you might want to like get a pass to a local museum or local aquarium or zoo, because even if you keep going back to the same place over and over, they still, and you can still learn so much stuff. So on this day, we ended up going on the T, and that video is going to be coming up because that was quite an adventure, guys. But back here safe and sound. I'll just leave it at that. It was quite an adventure. Yeah. So I hope you guys can check out that video, which will be coming out soon. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful, great, wonderful, blessed day.